everyone. It's Saturday afternoon, about 5 o'clock. Today I was at the hospital from about 8 o'clock to 2:30 or so. During my internal medicine, we have to go in 6 days a week, so I've been going in on Saturdays. Sometimes you have long call, which means you're admitting patients a whole day. So last week I was long call, so I was at the hospital until 8 o'clock. And today I'm just not long call, so we just rounded on patients. We took on the patients that were admitted overnight, so we saw them, and I think I was done around 2:30. Funny story, I came back and I took a nap because I was so tired. And in my nap, I had a dream that I was at the hospital on the same floor, taking care of the same patients. My residents finally say, "Okay, Jamie, go home." And then I was walking down the stairs of the hospital, and like when I got to the first floor, I woke up. So I was just like back in the hospital for the whole time I was napping. So yeah, that was fun. So for today, I'm gonna vlog rest of today and possibly some of tomorrow. I'm gonna try to answer some of the Snapchat questions from a couple weeks ago. I'm also gonna try to make some lunch for the week, and I'll show you guys what I've been making for the last couple weeks. And yeah, let's do that. So I'm gonna go grocery shopping, so I will see you guys there. So I'm back from the grocery store. As I promised, I'm gonna show you guys what I've been making for lunch. I've been using these like mason jars and putting like rice and chicken and greens and vegetables in it, and I really like it. So there's like different types of mason jars you can use. This one is like the wide mouth one, so the opening is actually pretty big, so it's like easier to eat out of. I've also seen people like bring these but like use a plate and then just pour everything out, and then they can either microwave it or they can just eat it. For today, I made the rice from the Near East rice pilaf with wild mushroom and herb. I use these a lot. Sometimes I make the couscous, which like you can make it in like 5 minutes. In this one, I have the rice, some chicken, like leftover chicken, avocado, cherry tomatoes, and some greens. And for like snack or breakfast, I like to do like a yogurt and like fruit and granola parfait type of thing. And I got this from Amazon. I'm gonna link everything down below. But this is basically like jar in a jar. So when you open it, there's like a smaller jar inside, so you can put like your granola, or if you're making like, I don't know, like vegetables with like a dip, then you can like separate them. So there's like a bigger container for like where I'm gonna put the fruit and yogurt, and like a smaller like twist on jar that I'm gonna put the granola in. So that's what I'm gonna use. So now that lunch is done, look, it's so pretty. Honestly, I don't think there's any like special thing about the mason jars. I think it just looks nice, and sometimes it like really encourages you to eat healthier if it looks nice with all the greens and colors and vegetables. So I think that's why this is like probably becoming more popular online. I think it's honestly the same as having any Tupperware, so it doesn't have to be like a mason jar, but it does look nice, doesn't it? It's Saturday night. I'm gonna try to watch a movie and maybe watch a TV show and take it easy, because internal medicine has been pretty intense in terms of hours, and I feel like your experience in third year med school, it's very highly dependent on who you have as your resident and your attending. For example, I have a really good resident right now who loves to teach, and even though he's really busy with his own work, he'll always take some time out to discuss a topic or discuss like different management of patients, and I think that has made my experience like that much better. So I'm having a really great time in internal medicine. I'm learning a ton, and even though I'm not necessarily interested in internal medicine, I feel like this is like a really important clerkship. So yeah, I'm glad that I got paired up with a really good resident. So it's been very busy, but also a really great learning experience. So like I said, it's been pretty crazy working 6 days a week. So today I'm just gonna take it a little easier and hang out and watch TV. I told you guys I've been watching the show Beastmaster. I don't know if I mentioned that, but it's basically like an obstacle course show where all these people from different countries come and compete at on this like awesome like obstacle course, and it's like really fun to watch. So I'm probably gonna watch an episode of that and maybe try to do some work after. I just recorded this long segment, but I wasn't even recording. But hi everyone, it's Sunday. I'm here to get some brunch at this Filipino restaurant in East Village. So I'm home. I was spending some quality time with my boyfriend and my cousin. I'm back now. I'm actually doing laundry in the background if you guys can hear. I actually have a lot of work to do. I have a history and physical to write. So in medicine, unlike surgery and some of the other specialties that I've been on, having a very thorough H&P is very important. So it usually takes me a little longer than it normally would with other rotations. So I'm going to work on that now. If I have time later, I'm going to try to talk a little bit about my 4th year schedule, because I finally scheduled everything the last week. So I'm really excited about 4th year, and I want to tell you guys about my schedule. So hopefully I can get this done, and I will check back in with you guys and tell you guys about my schedule. Hi, Candy. Just checking in. I am almost done with my laundry and almost done with my write-up for school, and I thought I might just take a little break and answer some questions from your Snapchat and Twitter. So here we go.
Hi Jamie, I was just wondering what specialties you're looking into and why, because I remember you had picked some challenging ones.
So that was a Snapchat question, but I think there's a really similar question from Twitter as well about the specialties that I'm looking into. So earlier this year, I made a post about considering like OBGYN, surgery, and emergency medicine. And I think at this point, I've narrowed it down to pretty much either emergency medicine or surgery. My thinking behind that is I really want to be helpful to as many different types of people and situations as possible. And I think even though I really love my OBGYN experience, I wanted to be able to also treat male patients. And I think my thinking behind like choosing your specialty is you have to go into med school with an open mind. I know you see a lot of things on TV and you might be shadowing certain types of doctors or surgeons. Your own personal experience as like a 3rd year medical student or a 4th year medical student, that's very, very different. And you have to consider just like how it affects you as a person, and you just beyond what you see and what you think the specialty is going to be. So I think it's best to go into medical school with an open mind and just experience everything the way it comes at you and make a decision, you know, sometime late 3rd year based on sort of like combination of the things that are important to you, lifestyle, you know, how much money you want to make, what type of population you want to treat, and what type of care you want to provide, whether that's primary or more specialized. And I think your gut should also play a role in that decision making. Like, what did you like the most? Like, what rotation went by the fastest, and what rotation did you like not look at the clock and like the whole day will be over and things like that. So I think those things are really important in making your final decision when you apply for residency. But as for going into med school, just going with an open mind, which is what I did, which is what I try to do, and I I think that made me enjoy my third year rotation so much more than some of my other colleagues who came into med school thinking they were going to do one thing and they like absolutely hated everything. So I don't know. I really enjoyed my rotations, like most of them. So yeah.
Hi Jamie, I'm May. I wanted to know what you thought about intermittent dieting. And also I just want to thank you for doing your study with me videos. Last time I studied with you, I got a 52 out of 50 on my practical. What?
Hi May. Congratulations on your exam. I'm so glad you did well, and it's all you for working hard and putting in that time. As for intermittent fasting, it's something that I've been really curious about, and I have like considered doing it. I don't know the exact science behind it. I know a lot of athletes do it, especially bodybuilders. I think it's really hard to do in a setting like medicine when your days are really, really long and you don't quite know when you'll get to eat. Obviously, this is very specialty dependent. So I haven't really tried it in med school, and I would be very nervous to try something like that where it like puts a time constraint on when I can eat, or narrowing the window of time when I can eat when it's already pretty unpredictable and not as regular as I would like it to be. So, but I know that it works great for a lot of other people. I think it's very lifestyle dependent. So definitely give it a try if you're interested, and let me know how you like it.
Hey Jamie, I just wanted to ask, when were you certain that you wanted to be a doctor? And did you have any other careers in mind?
So I think that I wanted to become a doctor in probably second year of college. I talked about it a little bit in my high school to med school video. Basically, long story short, I took a bunch of different classes because I thought I might want to do psychology. So I was taking a bunch of different psychology classes, and some of them are more physiology based than others. And I just fell in love with at first neurobiology and how molecular and chemical wirings of your brain affect behavior. So I think that made me more curious about the human body, and I wanted to learn more about medicine. So that's sort of how I became interested in going to med school. So that was second year of college. Not at all one of those people who wants to go to med school since high school or anything like that. Definitely not too late if you're in college, like middle of college, and you decide that you want to go to med school.
Did you have any hardships when you were an undergrad? Can you share it with us? Thank you.
So I mentioned in some of the previous videos before that I was a transfer student. So I was a transfer student from Eugene Lang of New School, which is a liberal arts college, to Barnard College. And I feel like making that transition from Eugene Lang to Barnard was really tough at first, because I was taking all these science classes for the first time, and I felt like they mattered so much because I wanted to eventually go to med school, and I just wasn't doing as well as I thought I would be doing. I remember there was like one class that I took. It was a genetics class, and I think that my advisor probably should have told me not to take it because it was like an upper level class, but I was really interested in it, so I asked to take it and she let me take it. But I was totally not prepared to take that class because I hadn't taken some of the basic biology classes at that point. So I did really badly. I think I got a C or something, but I really thought I was gonna fail. Like, I never felt like that before. Like even in high school and at Eugene Lang, like I never really failed anything. And I remember thinking like, oh my God, I might actually fail this class. And I remember calling my mom and telling her like, I did everything I could, but I might fail this class, just so you know. But I didn't fail. I got a C, which isn't the worst thing ever. You can definitely recover from getting a C in a class in college. But it was like a huge learning experience, because from that point on, like I was totally like humbled, and I went to like every single teaching sessions or any like office hours or any group teaching or any student like peer teaching sessions, like anything that was available. I went to every single one of them. I talked to all the upperclassmen who took the classes that I was taking to see if they had any advice for me, any tips. what they thought that I should be focusing on and things like that. And I think doing that really helped with like just performing better in my future classes, not just science, but in all the other classes. So, you know, like I said, like if you do badly in a class or if you struggle with something in college, it's not the end of the world. But I think the important thing is to be able to recover from that and not give up on your dreams, and you know, just figure out a way to do better in the future. So that's my struggle story from undergrad. That was long. So I'm gonna end the video here. It's getting a little late. It's about 10 o'clock, so I'm gonna head to bed and get ready for tomorrow, a new week. I'm super happy. It's like daylight savings is like done, or it just started or whatever. So now it's like a day shifted one more hour. So there's going to be more sunlight and it's going to be spring soon. And I'm super happy. So I don't know why I said all that. But anyway, I hope you guys have a great weekend whenever you guys watch this, or have a great week. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope I answered some of your questions. If I didn't, let me know. I'll be doing more Q&A sessions in the future. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.